Assalamualaikum, my name is Nurbaiti Najihah binti Rosti. I will present regarding the effect of COVID-19 in Malaysia financial situation in Malaysia. Islamic banking is a banking system that adheres to Islamic law, also known as Sharia law. The underlying principle that govern Islamic banking are mutual risk and profit sharing. The assurance of fairness for all under fact that transactions are based on an underlying business activity or asset. The first case of COVID-19 was detected in Malaysia on January 25, 2020 and was traced back to 3 Chinese nationals who had previously had close contact with an infected person in Singapore. The coronavirus disease 19 is the most concerning issue on the planet. COVID-19 symptoms include fevers, a dry cough, and tiredness. Some infected people may experience mild symptoms such as headache, muscle pain, a runny nose, a sore throat, or diarrhea. Some COVID-19 patients may develop severe pneumonia, organ failure, acute respiratory tract infection, and septic shock, all of which can be fatal. However, some infected people do not experience any symptoms and do not feel ill. Islamic banking is defined as a banking system based on Sharia law, with the main principle being the sharing of profit and loss and the prohibition of earning and rewarding interest. Malaysia's Islamic banking sector has grown at a similar rate to the global Islamic banking development. Nonetheless, in terms of asset and customer size, the Malaysian Islamic banking sector is considered in its infancy in comparison to the conventional banking sector. This is primarily due to the late incorporation of Islamic concept into the banking system. Accounting plays an important role in the growth of the corporate sector and has the potential to lead the development of Malaysia's capital market. The Malaysian government has attracted significant foreign direct investment and participation in the securities market over the last 30 years. COVID-19 had a significant impact on the global economy, including capital market. The relative level of economic health, on the other hand, can be determined by the foreign exchange rate. Weaker exchange rate will cause cost-push inflation as the price of imported raw material rises. This will have an impact on almost all sectors in Malaysia, particularly the manufacturing sector, because the majority of machineries are imported from China and Japan. Weakening currency reduces Malaysian ringgit purchasing power because more Malaysian ringgit is required to exchange for US dollars. This means that Malaysians' living standards are declining because of lower purchasing power. A moratorium is a temporary suspension of activity until future events warrant lifting of the suspension or related issues have been resolved. Moratoriums are often enacted in response to temporary financial hardships. Finance Minister Tengku Datuk Sri Zafrul Abdul Aziz announced that higher purchase agreement for conventional and Sharia compliant variant will not accrue interest during the moratorium interest. The 6-month automatic deferment of all loans announced by the Bank Negara Malaysia relieved many people because there is no guarantee that they can secure their job and income during the pandemic. There will be no penalties for not paying their monthly commitments, but this also will be affecting them after 6-month period is expired. The government has launched several programs to help Malaysians cope with the pandemic, including cash assistance, loan moratorium, and cost-cutting measures. In detail, all borrowers who lost jobs in 2021 can apply for 3 months payment relief before 30 June 2021. Individuals with bottom 40% income groups who registered in Bantuan Sara Hidup Rakyat or Bantuan Prihatin Rakyat database may request either a 3 months deferment of installment or to reduce their installment by 50% for 6 months. Other than that, the bank has agreed to allow self-declaration for the middle 40% income group who are recipient of Bantuan Prihatin Nasional for micro enterprises with loan or financing where the original facility amount is up to 150,000 may request for 3-month deferment of installment or reduce installment by 50% for 6 months. All borrowers who facing difficulties can contact their banks to discuss for suitable repayment assistance package that meets their specific circumstances. For conclusion, pandemic in today's globalized world will necessitate strong public-private partnership and accountability to ensure long-term health and socio-economic security. Religious leaders must inspire and implement preventive measures with an inclusive approach that reflect their unique and critical roles in influencing values, attitudes, behavior, and action that affect Malaysian people's development and well-being. The lessons learned from Malaysia's successful management of the pandemic can serve as an important and useful case study for other countries. On the other hand, the crisis presents an opportunity for Malaysia to improve its economic policies, particularly those concerning labor. When the next crisis strikes, the country will be able to effectively mitigate both the health and economic consequences.